Hello again, it is I. It is pouring right now. Absolutely drenched. I'm not even sure you can hear me right now. It is freaking insane. Oh yeah, I think I kind of figured out why it was so easy for me to memorize everybody's names here. Where normally I tend to forget a name almost instantly. In my book it talks about like different people of different dimensions or densities, be it a sub-density or full density. Lower densities don't tend to lower and higher densities don't tend to really recognize one another very easily. For a minute there, I thought one of my pupils was bigger than the other. The point where if you go to a difference of a full density level, higher, or a lower density person could walk by you and you'd barely notice. Same goes for the other way around. Lower density person would walk past a higher density person and barely even notice it going by. I think one of the reasons I have a difficult time memorizing or remembering people's names back home is because most of those people I meet are of a lower density level. No offense. Because I mean, I came here and within a day, practically, I knew everybody's name. Just about. In a couple cases, took me more than one day to memorize the person's name, but most of them I memorized almost instantaneously. Another thing that the book mentioned that I was talking about earlier, the blocks and barriers they have to conquer. And I think this stay here for the next few weeks will help me with. Another one that I forgot to mention was dang it. Let me see. somewhere. Emotional issues and more in particular, fear of change. That's something I didn't know I had until I came here. The fact that I don't really know very much about how to survive out here. I mean, on the surface, I feel calm. I seem calm and cool, but my stomach hasn't untightened since all the other kids left and I was left here alone. So I've been kind of on the edge, so to speak, since they left, and also the book mentions these 4 different phases that one goes through when they reach that point where they suddenly kind of come to the realization that that things in a traditional modern world aren't as they appear, aren't as they seem. I think I'm kind of in phase 2. Phase 1 is revelation, where you come to the realization that, or the insight that that you kind of have that the world doesn't work the way most people seem to think. Phase 2 is disillusionment and purification, where you start having to kind of deal with certain issues, like the issues that were mentioned before. Since, despite the fact that you've come to the realization that things aren't as they seem, you still have habits and addictions, and fears and basic attachments to your original way of life. That's one that usually takes a while to get through. The third one I don't think I've completed yet, is acceptance. Just basically accepting everything about yourself, everything about the world you live in. I still have issues about my seizures, particularly my foot, my bad foot. Despite its apparent attempts at getting better. Anyway, the 4th phase is integration, where you take all the aspects of your consciousness, let them all get their word in, and together. Have your heart, your mind, your emotional body, and all aspects of your being working together, and your physical body too. Your inner child. All aspects of your being have to be given the opportunity to have their say. I haven't even really gotten to the point of being able to acknowledge those some of those aspects yet. I'm quite sure. Yeah, I'm still on the purification stage, particularly based on my frequent runs to the bathroom. I'm quite sure that they have more to do with just physical cleansing. But anyway, that's all I can really speak of at the moment. But honestly, this book came to me at just the right moment. Miguel agrees with me, but this is like, this book here is basically my guidebook for spiritual awakening while I'm here working with ayahuasca. When it has everything I need in it so far for this work, so that I don't get confused or scared. I get a little depressed, but yeah. Then speaking of which, in the purification and dissolution phase, most people will attempt to drop their habits, and then a few days later they'll be right back on it. It just overwhelms them, and that's how I've been feeling. I can't get certain things out of my head. I cannot stop going over movies that I want to watch when I go home. Anime shows, TV shows, just all this stuff that I want to do when I go back, and they're all related to specific addictions and habits that I've developed more and more over the years. Honestly, you have no idea how much harder it seems, or how much harder it is to drop these addictions than it seems. Sorry to blow your theory out the window, Dad, but letting go of television just requires basically for me to be put in prison, almost. And that's why I'm here. So I cannot do this on my own. I mean, swear to God, if I were back at home right now, there's no way I'd be sitting on a couch right now reading a book on spirituality. And you know it. be back in my room. But yeah, so anyway. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say right now.